Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Today's video is part 2 of the character ranking series, and the second most requested character was the Peashooter. So let's do that today. I have all the tiers in S, A, and B. I don't think any of the Peashooters are bad. Actually, I think Peashooter is the best playable class in the entire game by a landslide. So all these characters are fantastic, but we do have to rank them, which means there is one that has to be at the bottom and there is one that has to be at the top. But there is a bit of a twist with this class, so remember to stay tuned to see what I have to say. If you guys like this video, subscribe and let me know what zombie class you guys would like me to rank for the next video. All these are sorted alphabetically, so A through P. And I moved Barry P to the end because he's not even playable in Garden Warfare 2. I really don't know what he's doing on this tier list. But anyway, let's do the first character, Agent P. Alphabetically, he's the first. Agent P, in certain scenarios, is the best playable character in the game. Spoiler warning, 4 of the best characters in the game are on this tier list. But in certain scenarios, Agent P is the best character in the game. Agent P has insane DPS, he's really good at range, he has over 100 DPS at range, he has a great reload, he does have less health, so he is countered quite easily. If he gets stunned, he's going to die, but he definitely makes up for it with his damage output because it's through the roof, and the character is kind of unbalanced and rewards for basically doing nothing, but he has the best primary in the game, probably, like on a plant, probably the best primary. Commando P is next. Commando P, I might move him to the A tier. We're going to see how this list looks, but I think for now I'm going to be putting him in the B tier. A lot of people don't play this character properly. He is a close range only character. Yes, you can play him from range, but he does very little damage at range. He has really bad damage drop off, so he does not hit for basically anything at range. You'd be better off using basically any other Peashooter at range. But Commando P is great if you could get in people's faces, so he's like the barrel stuff, the character. But other than that, he doesn't have much going for him. He's kind of just a downgrade to most of the other Peashooters, but if you like barrel stuffing people, this character is fun. And I do enjoy playing this character, but he does have his issues, and his damage drop off is really bad. Next character on the list is Electro P, who is also going to be going in the SS tier. Electro P is also the best character in the game. Guess what? Best in the game. All these are the best in the game. EP is also the best character in the game because he has EP, starting off with EP, he has extra speed than all the other Peashooters, so he has a speed bonus, which is insane. His speed bonus is really helpful, along with having a really good reload. His detonations are good. He does have a slower projectile speed, but he can still be used at range. Like, he's fine at mid-range. His reload's really good. His speed's really good. Basically has infinite ammo. He has like the best group control in the game, probably. He destroys a lot of people like imps and scientists. He can struggle a bit to higher health opponents, but you could still kill them if you play your cards correctly. And this character is pretty hard to kill, but because he does have, if you run the optimal upgrade set, he does have 135 health. So pretty insane. That character is really good. Fire P is the next character. I said next character. And I'm going to be putting him in the A tier for now. I might move him up a little bit. Fire P is really consistent. He's one of the most consistent characters in the game, in my opinion. He doesn't really have any flaws. His reload is a little long, but like it doesn't really matter. It's only 2.5 seconds. But it's really not that bad. You could run a health upgrade on him, so he could tank. He's great from range because he has fire damage, which isn't affected by drop off. He's just a great character. He's just Reg P with fire damage with a slightly longer reload. But he's a very rewarding character to play. If you hit direct, you could kill people really quickly. He has great matchup against imps and stuff. But yeah, he's a great pick. Just overall, really solid character. I might even move him up to the S tier. Who knows? Next up is the Ice P. Ice P I'm going to be putting also in the A tier. Ice P is very similar to the Fire P, where his elemental is really rewarding, but Ice P is kind of insane. If you hit directs, you could freeze people in like three direct shots, and then you could bean bomb them. and they just die. So this character's a really good counter, like higher health opponents. This character is affected by fall off, and he doesn't do that much damage compared to the other Peashooters, which is kind of bad, but his freeze definitely makes up for it, and in one-on-one scenarios he can absolutely kill everything. Really good character, and he does have a slightly longer reload than Reg P as well, but it's okay. He has the freeze effect to make up for that. Next character is Law P, who is also the best character in the game. Law P has 125 health, so he has more health than Agent, but he has the fastest time to kill in the entire game if you play your cards correctly. He's a great mech counter, which I don't see a lot of people talk about. This character can destroy mechs, absolutely destroy mech. Destroy 200 health opponents. He doesn't really have any bad matchups. From range, he can struggle a little bit, but he can still do pretty decent damage from range, but mid-range and close range is where he definitely shines. That's the only problem I have with him, is his range is bad, but he's still, like, in certain scenarios, he's the best character in the game, easily. This is my most played Peashooter, Law P. I like playing him a lot, but he definitely is just insane. There's not really much else to say. He's just, how good you are with this character is how good you could make him. He has so much potential. Plasma P in certain scenarios is also the best character in the game. Plasma P's uncharged shots are really good. I want to talk about those first. His uncharged shots do so much damage, and you could just use them at any range, and they do insane splash damage as well. So if someone's hiding behind a corner, you could just uncharged shot them like a bunch of times and they'll die. So his uncharged shots are absolutely insane. You don't even have to use the charge shots, but his charge shots are just another bonus. So something that's really good about this character is whenever he uses a charge shot, he doesn't have any speed reduction, so he moves still at full speed as he's charging, when every other charge character in the game basically has to walk slower as they're charging, like Mystic Flower, slower, Future Kaka, slower. This guy has no speed penalty, along with his charge shots only take up 1 ammo. So if you use a full charge shot, it only takes 1 ammo out of your clip. Every other charge character, it takes multiple ammo out of your clip if you use a charge shot. This guy only uses 1 for a full charge shot. I don't know if that's like a mistake by the developers, but yeah, he doesn't get penalized for charging at all, like in any way. So you could just freely use charge shots. He's also great from range, so that's another thing he has going for him. He's absolutely fantastic from range. Next character on the list is Rock P. I think I'm going to put Rock P in the B tier. Rock P is really good if you could spam Gatling, and his shots are kind of difficult to use. But if you get used to them, this character is pretty good. I think the best thing about him is the health. Having 160 health, you could survive imp hunts and stuff, which is really nice. It comes in handy. So you could play a lot more aggressive with him. But his primary is just kind of a bad version of Reg P's primary, so that's what puts him pretty down below. His primary is just not very good, but you could spam Gatling with him, but overall his primary is just a downgrade to Reg P, but the extra health is nice in a lot of scenarios, and I do enjoy playing the character, but he's kind of an ability machine. But his primary does have more splash than Reg P, but it's just kind of a worse version of it if you really get down in the wire. Toxic P is going to be going in the A tier. I might even move Rock P up to the A tier, or even all of them up to the A tier, because they're all A tier characters. But like for this video, I'll just do this. Toxic P, he's kind of just a bad version of Reg P, which is not a bad thing, because you'll see Reg P is a top tier character still. Toxic P has a longer reload than Reg P, but he has a big splash radius and toxic damage, but for direct hits he does way less damage, and then having a longer reload is kind of annoying. So he's pretty much what I'm about to say about Reg P, but just does less damage and has a bigger splash radius. So if you like the big splash radius, then you'll find him more fun, but if you want to go to overall statistics, then Reg P is just a better character. Reg P is like the closest thing to a top 5 character, in my opinion. This character, he kind of gets overshined by these 4 Peashooters above him, because these are the best characters in the game. But Reg P is nothing to be slept on. He does so much damage direct. He has a great reload. He has decent splash. He does everything you want in a character. He's so consistent. He doesn't really have any bad matchups. Doesn't have any flaws. You could be so customizable with your upgrades on him. You don't even have to run damage on him if you don't like it. So you could run like speed, health, reload, or you could run like even regeneration if you want. You could run whatever you want on him. So he's really flexible. He's overall just good in all scenarios. Jack of all trades. super good character. So he's an S tier, definitely. He's definitely better than the ones below him, but these are all these characters are like insane. Peashooters are so good. I do think there's not really a worse P. It's kind of just a scenario dependent, because in certain scenarios, Toxic P is like the worst one. In certain scenarios, Commando P is the worst one. You know, it's kind of up to you to decide. And I guess we'll put Berry P on for fun, even though he's not even in Garden Warfare 2. If he was on this list, I'd probably put him like here or here. He's kind of just a nerfed Reg P with a big splash radius. So yeah, but I'm not going to be putting him on the list today, unfortunately. Let's add a row. Sorry, Berry P. We'll make it blue too, just for Berry P. Well, that's not what I wanted. But yeah, let me know what zombie you guys would like me to do in the next video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Take care. Bye.